How's it going, guys? I'm Soul Survivor 610 coming back at you with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to create a successful sneaker Instagram account. So I've been collecting shoes for a very long time now, probably about 10 years, but I only just started posting my shoes pretty recently compared to that. My Instagram started in 2018. I've done all the things you should do and I've done all the things you shouldn't do, so I kind of know exactly what I'm talking about. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 10 tips and tricks on how I successfully made my Instagram account. Alright guys, so I'm going to start it off with tip number one. Tip number one is probably the most important thing, and that is do not fall into any of the fake traps. Do not do fake followers, fake likes, any of that stuff. From personal experience, I have done that. It does not work at all. I used one of the apps where I just got fake followers for free and fake likes, but it just was unfulfilling. I mean, you'd see like a couple hundred likes and you would just know that they were all bots, so I didn't really feel good about myself. I didn't feel like the pictures I took, my work was received well because nobody actually really saw it. As soon as I blocked all the bots, I cut down all my followers. I went from like 1,000 followers to 200 in like 5 minutes because I got rid of all the fake people, and immediately I started to see organic growth on my Instagram. So if you start off the right way, you're going to expand quicker. So tip number one, don't do any of the fake followers or likes. Tip number two is start now. If I had started my Instagram or YouTube back in like 2015 when I really had just gotten into like collecting Jordans and everything like that, I can't even imagine where I'd be right now if I had already put in all that work years prior. I started in 2018 and my Instagram account already has about 3,500 followers. I'm already starting on YouTube, but my only regret is I just wish I'd started a little bit sooner. Okay guys, so my third tip is don't be afraid to engage first. When I was new to Instagram, I didn't have a lot of followers, I didn't have a lot of experience, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I would look for sneakerheads or people who had relevant posts, relevant interests to me on Instagram who had like 20,000, 30,000 followers. Big enough to where their posts were getting thousands of likes and lots of recognition, but small enough to where they would actually answer my DMs. Another great thing that comes out of that is I've made a lot of friends from Instagram just through sneakers, like, you know, just talking about shoes, meeting people when you're just buying stuff. And engaging first also just means, you know, just going to people's Instagram, just going through their last 10 pictures and just liking everything, throwing a follow, and then they'll probably show you love back. And even if they don't, who cares? You just unfollow them and move on. Some may not see it as an organic way of growth, but it is a lot better of an option than just paying for followers that aren't actually going to do anything anyway for you. Okay, tip number 4 is consistency, and I cannot stress this enough. You need to be consistent. When I first started on Instagram, I was posting once a week. I had very, very good content, but I was posting once a week. So my followers kind of just forgot that I existed throughout the week. If you want a really successful Instagram account that's going to grow semi-rapidly, I would say try and post every other day if you can. If you can post every single day, post every single day. Me right now, I post every 4 or 5 days just because with everything going on in the pandemic, I have schoolwork, I have a job, I don't really have time to go out and take pictures as often as I used to. But the most important thing with consistency is finding a schedule and sticking to it. If you can post every single day, post every single day. If you know that you can't post more than once every 3 days, post once every 3 days and stick to that, because your followers will get used to seeing your pictures on certain days. So they may even come to Instagram at a certain time just to see your stuff. So consistency is key. Number 5 is promote everywhere. Promote cross-platform, tell your friends, tell your family. The more you get your name out there, the more people are actually gonna come and see your content. So if you're starting an Instagram account and you know you're obviously not gonna have a lot of followers at first, your friends and family are gonna be the building blocks on how you make your Instagram. My first likes and followers came from my friends and family. I may have grown a lot since those days, but I still rely on that small group of people who started me off because they are always there giving me positive interaction. That being said, I also forgot, there's another thing I needed to add. The first hour after you post a picture on Instagram is the most crucial time to interact with it. So in that first hour after you post it, you gotta be responding to comments. You have to be checking to see how many likes. You gotta be adding all your hashtags. The way the algorithm works as of right now is Instagram kind of decides within the first hour whether or not your post is worthy enough to promote, or if it's kind of just gonna sit at the bottom of people's feeds and not really get interacted with. So if people are commenting on your post in the first hour, go and respond to them right away, because they might reply to your comment and then that shows more engagement, boosting your picture to be seen by more people. It may sound like a lot of work to do for every single post, and it may just seem like it's not even worth it, but you really get into a routine. It doesn't really take that much time out of your day. I kind of just think of it as soon as I post a picture for, the next like half hour to an hour, I just gotta sit by my phone. I just gotta make sure I'm on top of my stuff. Number 6 is you need to be creative. You need creative content. Instagram is already flooded with people who have nice shoes. Do not be fooled by that. If you think you have a really crazy collection and you're gonna come to Instagram and you're gonna be really famous because of all the gems you have in your collection, I'm gonna tell you it doesn't matter. Your collection is not that nice. I thought I had a good collection until I came to Instagram. There's people on Instagram with 10,000 followers that have 200 samples that you've never even seen, so your GR Jordans don't really mean that much. It's all about how you present the shoes that you have. If you take creative shots with a decent background, or you're really good at editing on Photoshop, something that gives you a niche. If you can make your picture distinctively look different than somebody else's of this same shoe, people are gonna come to your Instagram account rather than anybody else's. Okay, number 7 is you need to utilize everything Instagram gives you to boost your own picture. You need to be using the geotags. You need to be using all your hashtags. You need to be tagging as many people as possible. So for Instagram, I think it's 30 hashtags and you can tag up to 20 people. Be using every single hashtag. The way it works is like, there's hashtags that have millions of pictures under them, like Black Lives Matter. And then there's hashtags that have like 2 pictures under them, like hashtag Soul Survivor. Use hashtags with a smaller number of posts under them, but nothing too small. I would stick around anything under 1 million, because there's enough posts in that hashtag to where people are actually gonna look at the hashtag, but then there's a few enough posts that people actually might see your picture. If you post a picture and you just do hashtag Nike, there's like 100 million pictures with hashtag Nike on them. So as soon as you post that picture, it's already gone and nobody's gonna see it. So effectively use your hashtags, use your geotags. Not all my pictures are taken in Philadelphia, but Philadelphia is a very popular place to look at on Instagram. So I pretty much tag most of my pictures Philadelphia if they were taken in the Philadelphia area. And then lastly, tag the right accounts. One of the main things you'll see on Instagram that come from tagging accounts is you get shout outs and you get features. I get a lot of my followers and interaction with my page from other bigger accounts who have shouted out my work. And don't be embarrassed to slide their DMs after you post a picture and ask for a feature too. I've done it when I was smaller just to try and get a little more recognition. Every little bit helps. Okay, tip number 8 is engagement chats. Now this is a very touchy subject on Instagram, a very touchy subject for sneakerheads on Instagram. Engagement groups are just that, an engagement group. It's just a group of 10, 20, 30 Instagrammers who all have sneaker Instagram pages all in one group chat. Whenever somebody posts a picture, they post in that group chat, post it. That they posted a picture, and then everybody in the group chat goes and they like the picture, they comment on the picture, and it's supposed to help, boost your picture and get it more engagement in that first hour after posting. Now, a lot of people don't like it because they don't see it as organic and they see it as kind of like an easy way to go about it. But I mean, for me, who really cares? You're actually engaging with real people. You're engaging with people in your industry that are actually posting pictures of sneakers, and it's helping you grow your own page. It doesn't cost money. The only thing is you need to be careful with how you do it because Instagram doesn't like it. When you're in these engagement chats, don't use the word engagement. That actually sets off the algorithm and you can get shadow banned. I myself have gotten shadow banned for like 24 hours after posting some stuff in an engagement chat because Instagram called me. Now, I'm not saying it's the be all and all. I'm not saying you should avoid it, but it is definitely a risk that you need to be aware of. You can get shadow banned if you go about engagement chats the wrong way. Now, for those of you sitting there wondering, well, how am I going to get an engagement chat? I've never even heard of that before. I have the answer because I didn't know what it was either when I first started out. I remember asking a big fish on Instagram at the time what an engagement chat was because I didn't know either. And he told me all about it, and I just figured, why not just make my own? So that's exactly what I did. I literally just started out and I DM'd everybody I followed who posted pictures of sneakers, and I just said, hey, I'm creating an engagement group chat. Do you want to be a part of it? I'd explain it to them. If they said yes, they were added to the group chat. As of right now, I'm in 4 engagement group chats. I run 2 of them myself, so I can tell you that it is a tested method and it works. So my 9th tip is sponsors. Once you start to get a little bit bigger, you'll actually be able to find sponsors. So when I think I hit about 1,500 followers, I went out and I just started looking to see what other sneaker Instagrammers like me were promoting on their pages. A good example I can give you guys is the Pink Miracle. The Pink Miracle is a shoe cleaner. It's not a really well-known shoe cleaner like Jason Mark or anything like that, but it gets the job done. It's a good shoe cleaner. So what I saw was everybody that I followed had it. Everybody that I followed was posting pictures about it. And I was curious. So I hit up their Instagram, I DM'd them, and I said, hey, I see you guys all over my timeline, my feed. Do you think I could get a couple bottles and maybe I'll just post pictures of me using it on my Instagram? They hit me back immediately, said sure, and they shipped a couple bottles out to me. And I only had 1,500 followers, and I got free shoe cleaner. Now I realized that shoe cleaner isn't super expensive, so a lot of people are just like, it's whatever, but it was nice. Now I realized that it's just shoe cleaner, so it's not really worth a lot of money, but it doesn't have to stop there. I went out and I reached out to a whole bunch of companies. I got sponsored by a shoelace company. I got sponsored by the Pink Miracle, a shoe cleaning company. I got sponsored by Antidote Fresh, which is a company that makes shoe spray so that your shoes smell good. I got sponsored by Shop Chain, which just sells jewelry, and they just gave me a free chain so I could just go and show it off on my Instagram. So you don't really need sponsors to be successful, but if you're already finding success in your Instagram, I would recommend going and looking for sponsors, because why not? You just get free stuff for having shoes. Okay, so the last tip I'm gonna give you guys is one of the more important ones. Don't be lazy. I know with the pandemic going on and everything like that, it just is easy to be caught in a rut. It's easy to just say, I don't really feel like going out and taking pictures today. I don't really feel like editing pictures. I don't feel like making that video. Don't be lazy, because once you stop doing that, you're not gonna wanna get back and do it again. Make a schedule. Stick to the schedule like I said. Keep posting consistently so that your followers remember you. And keep taking pictures of shoes. Keep creating more content. Don't get lazy. If you guys follow these 10 tips and tricks that I gave you, it may take some time. It's not going to be a week. It's not going to be a month. But eventually your Instagram is going to start to blow up a little bit because you are doing everything the right way. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. If you like this video, if you found what I said helpful for you, please like, comment, subscribe. Every little thing helps. You guys have no idea. I'm going to be getting more videos out to you guys very, very shortly. I plan on doing this video again in the future once I've learned a little bit more and I can kind of clean it up and maybe just make the video look a little bit nicer. So stay tuned for a part 2. My Instagram, my Twitter, both links are down in the description, so you can go check me out. You can actually see my Instagram firsthand and how I'm doing everything. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for all the continued support, all the continued love. Thank you guys for watching this video.